Rated M for mature.
There you are. Did you forget we were meeting at 11? It's 11:20. Seriously.
Jadeen blinked a couple of times and then glanced over toward the speaker, Kazina. She must have come in through Jadeen's front door, through his house and into his bedroom, which led out to his second-floor balcony. She was a Fey woman with bright greenish-blue hair, a pair of green eyes, and a sort of cute mole on her left cheek. Today, she was dressed in a bright yellow top, a dark brown skirt, her favorite pair of knee-high leather boots, and she had a yellow bow in her hair. At the moment, her arms were crossed over her chest, while a frown was chiseled on her face. Even her pointed ears twitched angrily. Compared to Kazina, Jadeen was slightly taller, muscular, with short, dark purple hair and a pair of light gray eyes. He wore a pair of dark gray slacks, a dark short-sleeved shirt, a gray waistcoat, and a pair of black loafers. His hair was slightly spiky, with an almost messy bedhead style.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess I just got lost in thought.
Well, no shit. You're always like this. You just got sucked into beautiful days and you go wandering in daydream land. Come on, we're all waiting at Hauma's house.
Kazina stormed back inside a moment later. Despite just being scolded, Jadeen smiled broadly. It was indeed a beautiful day, as most days were in the realm of the Fae. A golden sky stretched overhead, with hot pink and stark white clouds floating on by. It was currently spring, and the temperature was quite comfortable.
Jadeen, get your ass down here or you can't do Fey Summer with us. I'm tired of your shit.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm coming now.
Jadeen ran through his house, downstairs, and then closed the front door behind him. His house was a modest-sized home, similar to the other homes in the neighborhood. He lived alone, in a 2-bedroom dwelling, which was pretty typical for Fae his age. As soon as he turned to Kazina, she rolled her eyes and started walking down the paved road, presumably in the direction of Hauma's house. Jadeen sprinted to catch up, and then he maintained her pace.
So what were you thinking about this time, huh? Work stuff? If you were just playing in your imagination again, I am so gonna kick your ass.
It's not like that, I swear. To be honest, I was thinking about... Fey Summer.
What did you say? Speak up. You were thinking about what?
I was thinking about Fey Summer. This will be my first one, after all.
Oh. You don't have to be nervous. Although, it's totally understandable. I was super nervous doing my first Fey Summer.
Really? Why were you nervous? You're fearless and confident in everything you do.
That's because I am awesome. But back then, 50 years ago, I wasn't as refined as I am now. Most of it was all the pressure that comes along with Fey Summer. Well, the hype really got to me, and I didn't want to have a bad experience.
Yeah, I feel that pressure now. Gorbox told me a ton of crazy stories from his first Fey Summer.
Ugh, don't try to emulate Gorbox. His lusts are ravenous. There's no telling how many humans he's gonna try and lay this time. You should just relax and make the most of the experience. It can be really fun if you let it.
So what did you do when you went over?
I did all the stereotypical things you do during Fey Summer. I got so drunk, I had some sweet sex with the locals, and I went on an adventuring quest. The short quest I went on wasn't anything special, just killing a bunch of stupid bandits who were harassing travelers. Still, I got to tick that box on my bucket list.
Do you think you might do any of those things this Fey Summer? Sorry, I know that was an odd question.
Yes, it was odd. But I love you, Jadeen. Good old innocent Jadeen. Yes to drinking, yes to sex, and a big fat no to adventuring. I got that out of my system and I never want to do it again.
Really? Why a big fat no?
We're Fey. Compared to the humans and the half-breeds, we're way stronger. Still, there's no telling what dangers adventuring will lead you to. Other Fey have died while doing Fey Summer. I'm not really into thrills like that.
Anisha will probably want to go on all the adventures.
Anisha's stupid ass might be left behind when that portal closes at the end of Fey Summer. She might be swept along on goddess knows what. She was almost stranded the last time.
That's what Gorbox said. What do you think she would do if she got stranded?
Probably become the greatest adventurer that the human world has ever seen. We're almost to Hauma's. Like I said, don't feel pressured to follow the stereotypes if you don't want to. Do your own thing, or pal around with us if you want. Just don't be scared to have fun, okay?
Right.
Jadeen and Kazina stopped in front of a 2-story house that was much more elegant than his own. The front door had some impressive engravings of playful dragons on the front of it. Its walls were painted stark white, and it had dark purple shutters. There were large windows and skylights to allow for plenty of natural light. Hauma's house even had a lush flower garden out front. Kazina led Jadeen inside through the front door. Hauma, Gorbox, and Anisha were seated around the dining table. The three of them all greeted Jadeen with warm smiles. Hauma was a sophisticated aristocrat of the realm of Fey. At least that's how they decided to carry themselves. They wore embroidered slacks with various kinds of patterns running up the legs, a pair of open-toed sandals, and a long-sleeved shirt with a plunging V-neck and flared-out sleeves. Hauma had a shaved head, a pair of mesmerizing green eyes, and light makeup to accentuate all of their facial features. Gorbox was the tallest and burliest of their circle. His toned muscles were quite impressive, and no doubt enchanted the human women and men who caught sight of him. His hair was long and fell to his chin line. It was the color of sunsets, being a combination of dark yellow and burnt orange. Gorbox's eyes were a light shade of red. Anisha was the shortest of them all, and she had a fondness for all things sweet and yummy. Her curves were quite alluring, and even in the realm of the Fae, Anisha was always sought after. Anisha was ace, and quite open with her disinterest in anything connected to the romantic or sexual. She had luscious bright green hair and deep crimson eyes.
Oh, there you are. We were starting to wonder if you were okay.
See, I told you he wouldn't chicken out of doing Fey Summer with us. A person's first Fey Summer is a precious and significant event.
Okay, so you were right. But you all should have seen him blanch when I told him my stories.
Oh, you're not nervous, are you?
Well, maybe a little.
Try a lot. You kind of freaked him out with all your sex conquest tales, you freak.
Wait, really? I did? Is that true?
I wouldn't say I was freaked out, but, well, the pressure's kind of crushing me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I never meant to make you uncomfortable. I just wanted to let you know what to expect. The humans love us. They lust after us. Trust me, you're gonna have to beat them off with a stick.
I am?
You're doing it again!
Everyone, please. I have an idea. Let's sit dear, sweet, innocent Jadeen down and let him ask questions about Fey Summer. That way he won't feel bombarded with all of our excitement.
Sounds good to me.
Welcome to the University of Getting Trashed and Laid. We offer options in bachelor's and master's degrees.
What? No doctorate? Go big or go home, you jackass.
This is his first time. You said not to pressure him, so that's why I included easy and middle tier options.
Please come, sit.
Kazina and Jadeen sat at the table, and in an instant, all eyes were on Jadeen.
So ask away. What would you like to know?
Okay, the rule is we have to give him all the deets, even the dirty deets.
He already tried to ask me some dirty deets on the street when we were coming here.
What? Really?
Oh my word. Jadeen, you have a bit of lecherousness in you, don't you?
It wasn't like that, I swear.
Uh-huh. Sure. Ask your first question already.
Okay. So to better understand what Fey Summer will mean to me, maybe I can hear what you all want to do. What are your major goals and aspirations when you go through the portal?
What are our major goals or aspirations? Oh my god. Leave it to Jadeen to make it sound like a counseling session. No. I get where you're coming from. This is just how you are.
And that is why we adore you, and why we integrated you into our close-knit circle. So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Sex, and more sex.
Oh, you know it. But it's more than just that.
Really? So what else do you want to do?
Yes, I do want to have a ton of sex with the locals. But that's just because I'm addicted to the rush of chemical reactions bombarding my brain and body. Intermixed with all that lustful desire, I also want to explore and taste the culture of wherever we're going. Woven neatly into all that culture is art, cuisine, music, and stories. You can tell a lot about a civilization by those things. I want to taste them all.
Oh, I can agree with that. When I went on my first Fey Summer, I tried some of the local pies and cakes. Ooh. Most of the cakes were similar to what we have here, but they have fruits and produce that we don't have here. Some of the pies were completely new, and I was buried under some very powerful flavors.
Yes! While I'm not a big sweets person, I do love how humans prepare their meats. I found out that it varies from region to region, and there are so many nuances with cooking meat dishes. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. I found out that we're going to be near some city called Ocean Crest this time, so I bet we'll be able to have some excellent seafood. And I can't wait to jam out to some new sea shanties.
Wow. Since this will be my first Fey Summer, it will obviously be my first time to have any alien food. What would you recommend I try first?
I personally love the various kinds of tea that the human realms have. Like with fruit, there are certain tea leaves that are exclusive to their realm. As you are a big tea drinker, I would recommend that you try a little cafe or something. There you can sample some light snacks and foods and ease your way into the human palate.
Yeah, you don't want to just barrel into it like Gorbox. If you did, you wouldn't poop for a week. Some of the human foods can be so heavy. Oh, and don't get me started on half ogre cuisine. Ooh.
Half ogre? Humans mate with ogres too?
Humans will mate with anything. I'll go next. One big thing for me is eating new sweets, like pies and such. However, that's not the thing I'm most excited about.
Adventures?
Adventures! Yes, I want to go on at least one quest. The last time, I got to help an adventuring party clean out a ruin filled with goblins and other vermin. I love the rush of driving my spear into a creature's chest and watching the light fade from their eyes. That's the best thing about adventuring.
What do you mean?
I can't kill anyone here because it's against the law. But during Fey Summer, I can get paid to go and kill something. Not only that, but I was also able to get a bunch of trinkets and worthless baubles as souvenirs. As soon as we got back, I knew I was hooked. I've been waiting 50 years to scratch that itch again.
Wow, adventuring sure sounds, fun? Traveling to new exciting places, obtaining treasures, meeting the locals.
And don't forget the killing. The killing is the most important thing. My kill count during the last Fey Summer was 18. This time, I'm hoping to get over 30 kills. Oh, you should come on an adventure with me. I can show you the ropes and, everything.
That sounds really fun, but I think I'll pass. I wouldn't want to distract you from meeting your goal.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I'll go next. What does Kazina want? I want to get totally trashed on the best liquor I can find, hook up with 1 or 2 dudes, and forget all the stress from work for 2 weeks. The last time I was there, which was also my first time as well, they had this stuff called Dust Fire Whiskey. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
That's the good shit.
Ooh, since you've never had any human world liquor before, your first shot should be a Dust Fire Whiskey shot.
Now, Kazina, that would be quite mean-spirited indeed. We shall partake of Dustfire while he has something light, like half-ogre wine. Besides, Jadeen likes wine anyway. And while I was there, I was surprised to learn that despite the half-ogre's brutish appearance, their kind has become renowned to make some exceptional wine.
Really? I do love a good red wine. So what's the big deal about this Dust Fire Whiskey anyway?
It's one of the hardest liquors in that realm. Trust me, it would knock you on your butt.
Ah, I see. I think I'll stick with the wine and leave the whiskey to all of you.
Fine. If we are really gonna be by a beach, I'm totally gonna lay by the sea and get some sun. So, to summarize, my main goal for Fey Summer is to relax and blow off steam.
Shall I go next? I suppose my main aspiration for Fey Summer is to revel in the aristocracy and nobility of the human realm. I wish to partake of its sweet and fattened opulence. The last summer was also my first, and when I stepped out into their world, I was able to waltz through their grand courts. I was able to witness the very heights of their affluence, and for a brief amount of time, dabble in their trickeries and political shiftings.
Do you remember anything in particular from your last summer?
I do have one fun, if not a little nasty memory. I had spent a great deal of my time with some prominent noble and learned all of his secrets. This man, whose name I forgot, was doing all sorts of naughty things against the other noble houses in that city. Well, I told each of those houses all the schemes he had been enacting in the shadows. Let's just say when all of his little evils, and they were quite terrible, were brought into light, he was punished accordingly.
But why would you do that?
Because I revel in finding the most vile and despicable nobles, and toppling them so they lose everything they stole from the less fortunate. Oftentimes, these villains exploit the pure-hearted. I'm like a hero, really, cleansing the human aristocracy of trash. To see the despair in those who have willingly tormented others. Oh, it is a delight.
So, let me see if I can summarize everything. Gorbucks, you want to experience all the delicacies the human realm has to offer. Anisha, you desire the thrill of combat and the glory of conquest over another being. Kazina, you long for a brief respite from the toils of responsibility and obligation. And Halma, you wish to feel the satisfaction of dethroning those who have gained power wrongly. Does that cover it?
I like that. Experiencing all the delicacies? Makes me sound fancy.
You have no idea how stressful my days are. I need this.
There's no greater power in the world than the power over someone's life. I'll gladly wager mine to see how many I can claim for my own. And of course, all of them would be villains or monsters. I'm not that psychotic.
Of course not. I would never think you were, psychotic.
So, now for the important question. What do you want to do on your first Fey Summer?
Me?
Yeah, tell us what you want to do. we'll do our best to support you any way we can.
Out with it already. We're not gonna take you.
Okay, damn. You all are so pushy.
Well, we are all cousins. We're pushy because we love you.
And I love you all. Even if you're all crazy in your own ways. I suppose for my first Fey Summer, I would like to maybe try flirting with human women.
Oh, yeah! But you're gonna have to watch out for some of those human babes. They will eat you alive.
What do you mean?
Oh, yes. You're right. Especially since our little Jadeen hasn't been with anyone. They're gonna pick up on that and come after you. You see, as excited as we are of going there, the humans are equally as excited about us coming there.
Probably even more excited.
But why would they be more excited than we are?
Because to them we are exotic. To be fair, they are exotic to us. I believe it'll be important for someone to explain to Jadeen about Hokimufu.
Hokimufu is gonna happen to me one day, I just know it.
That's because you're a huge slut. It'll never happen to me.
But what is it? What is Hokimufu?
Hokimufu is a super rare phenomenon that occurs as a result of us Fays having relations with the locals. You see, when a Fae and a human have sex, more often than not, the babies that result are called half-Fae. Half-Fae children have extremely long lifespans, and it's very possible for the child to live to the next Fey Summer and appear to be young and attractive. There is a small chance that the Fey child grows up and moves to a new city where the Fey Summer gets held. And there is an even smaller chance that the Fey parent comes through the portal, meets the child, and they hit it off.
No, you can't mean that.
Yup. As soon as the act is done, and well, you know, kaboom! The Fae's skin turns a light shade of purple forever. It is a cosmic curse by our goddesses, who is said to find the whole notion of Hokimufu hilarious.
Wait, isn't Uncle Rita purple?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Wow. Yeah, Gorbox, that is totally gonna happen to you.